So a Texas man has been arrested after storing his son's dead body in his kitchen since 2018.
Kitchen?
Texas man?
Oh. Why do you do that?
That's what you got from that, Texas?
It sounded like a superhero.
Texas man killed his son and put him in his fridge.
Does he have a big fucking belt buckle and a cowboy hat?
In his fridge for 4 years. Texas?
And then he's being arrested, taken to the car in his Texas man costume, and the little kid's like, "Say it ain't so, Texas man."
He's like, yeah, son, I killed my son. He's in my fridge.
Yes, son, I killed my son.
The second chick.
Texas boy!
Texas man.
This boy.
What's his superpower?
So way to immediately make a joke about a death. Guys, Jesus.
Making light of
How
dark news.
insensitive, Ryan!
2 seconds.
All right, let's take a picture. Let's imagine what Texas man looks like. Big fucking cowboy hat, right? Big fucking belt buckle, the fucking state of
Michelob in his hand.
He's a big dude. He has to be a big guy.
extremely leather belt.
Extremely leather.
Extremely. While he's sitting on a...
Fucking the longhorn fucking thing on his
Oh yeah.
He's got a longhorn here and a longhorn here, bro.
And a longhorn mustache.
And his t-shirt says free mustache rides.
He's funny. He's a funny.
He's got some rank.
He's like the Deadpool.
And he has a tattoo of a revolver on his penis.
Whoa.
Shit. That extends to a shotgun when he gets a boner.
Oh, long barrel.
That's
He has truck nuts.
Truck nuts.
Oh yeah, truck nuts.
Truck nuts
That's
on his
Texas, man.
big fucking big rig.
He's got another mustache right here tattooed, so he can go like this.
Oh, I love
Cover
that.
the big one.
That's an Austin, Texas guy. The mustache here.
Oh yeah. That's hipster. That's hipster.
That's his arch nemesis. Is the Austin.
He's got a tattoo here for Houston, man.
Yeah.
That's his nemesis.
That's his nemesis, dude. He fucking hates that
Liberal
guy.
Austin dude.
Guy who drinks hazy IPAs. Yeah. You guys like, fuck this.
Austin Avenger.
Austin Avenger.
I don't need your fancy ass beer, dude. Who cares? It's fucking beer. Get a Michelob, get a fucking Corona.
How could you, Texas man?
Texas man. So did his son die of natural causes?
They're not saying. They believe that his son died in 2018, and he is being charged with abuse of a corpse due to the storing of it in a domicile.
Due to the story.
If I have to try to empathize, here we go. Maybe his son died of natural causes, but he feels so sad and he misses him that he's like, I'm gonna store this dude.
So that's what I want to talk about, right? So like
Trauma, bro.
these guys really don't know.
You don't want to let go of the son.
Why'd you give me an Asian father good?
They don't know the
tried.
they don't know the cause of death. He's being taken for an autopsy now, but he was largely skeletal. And so obviously he wasn't preserved very well. But
Right. I was like, dude, if he's frozen, should he not be as skeletal?
you would think. But
Was he frozen? Was he
No,
in the
he's
freezer?
just chilling in the kitchen.
Oh.
He's chilling in the kitchen, like decomposing by
No,
himself.
he's like sitting at his kitchen table.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did that.
Huh?
Which part?
Let me elaborate.
Which part did you do?
Let me elaborate.
You sat at a kitchen table,
I
right?
could empathize with how he felt about his child because my friend, he got a baby sparrow, right? He used to shake the fuck out of these street signs because in Gardena, the street signs, they had holes in it and then they would do bird nests, right? So he thought it was funny to shake them and then he would stand there with fucking Ralph's bags, right? These grocery bags, and then when the birds fly out, he would just go like this, like a net, and grab them, right? So he would grab them, but sometimes baby sparrows who can't even fly yet will fly down, and then at first, fucking eggshells would be cracking, fucking birds would be dropping, and he felt bad.
Lord.
So he fucking comes over with a grocery bag full of birds and shit that are like not moving. And I'm like, all right, what are you gonna do with it? He goes, you want one? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want a bird. This is like what, 3rd grade or whatever. So I get a bird.
You want a not moving bird?
No, I get a baby bird that's still alive.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
You're like, I don't want that one. That one's not
A
moving.
bag of non-moving birds.
That one's not moving.
In Bart's defense, you did set that up horribly.
I know.
I was like, there's a bag of dead birds.
Thinking of the moving ones.
Some of them were dead. I was like, give me the one that's actually moving, okay? I take that fucking cute little chick, right? Fucker hops around every day. I can't wait to go home from school so I can feed it some fucking bread and shit. And motherfucker tries to fly away. I grab that fucker. No, you don't. You're my baby, right?
No, you don't.
One day, fucker dies. I think it's the first time I had a pet die on me. Man, that shit was fucking so sad. So me and my mom, we went to the, front yard. We had this whole bush area. She goes, we're gonna give it a fucking funeral. And I'm like, all right, dig it up, bury it. Next day in school, that's all I think about. This motherfucker dying, right? And then my parents brainwashed me into Christianity, and I always had this image of, when God comes, the fucking everybody gets out of the grave and then they come back, right? And I'm like,
looks like Thriller, but good.
Good Thriller, right? And I'm like, wait. And I had it in my head that if this motherfucker, if Jesus comes, this bird is gonna be decomposed like a motherfucker. I gotta mummify this bitch, right? So I'm like, fuck, I didn't even put it in a coffin, right?
It, yeah.
So as soon as I get home, grab a fucking Ziploc bag, dig the fucker up. He's still fresh. All right, tight, right? Nice. Throw it in a fucking plastic bag, zip it up, buried him. All right, proper burial. If Jesus comes, we're gonna resurrect this fucking bird.
If Jesus comes, he comes up and he's in a plastic bag. He can't.
I was in 3rd grade, goddammit.
God's brain doesn't.
No, heaven's right there. The Ziploc is so good.
And then I feel better about it. I'm like, all right, when Jesus comes, it's all good, man. Fucking, because plastic bags, they save everything. They save food, leftovers. Let's go, right? My mom is doing the garden, and she digs up the plastic bag with a dead ass bird, and she comes up to me. She goes, "What the fuck is this?"
How long ago is it? How long after?
I don't remember, but I remember getting in deep shit. She goes, "Why did you do this? Where'd he buried him?" I was so shocked. I was doing the garden and shit, and then this thing pops up.
Did you explain yourself? Because you had such good rationale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did.
I mean, if it's God-based.
I said, yeah.
Well, for a 3rd grader to think that deeply of the body's not going to decompose properly.
Yeah, I don't think I would get mad if I saw that. I wonder why your mom got mad. Or maybe she just freaked out.
This with a Ziploc.
No, I think I fucked up the garden. I think I dug everywhere. 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I destroyed.
He's just like, oh yeah, where's that bird again? Digs up everything.
I probably did something. I remember I left it with a couple of plants and roses there. And I grabbed all the flowers and I put it on top and shit.
You relocated everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I probably fucked some shit up. I know she was mad about how much I fucked it up rather than that. But I told her my shit. We fucking cried together. And then I was like, but I want it back. And then that feeling of I want to preserve it. If that's his kid, he's going to have a giant Ziploc bag and save that fucker.
You should have.
Because he's going to wait for Jesus to come back.
He's wrapping saran wrap the whole time.
He's waiting for Jesus.
Well, isn't that what the Egyptians believed about the pharaohs and shit like that? You gotta preserve them so that they can
Yeah, they believed that Jesus was going to come back, so that they had to.
He's like, we need Ziploc. We need to create Ziploc.
But Jesus comes back, he's like, I didn't have plastic in my day. I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, that's on you, dog.
How does that open? Just normally, or?
Yeah, Christmas was pretty sick back then, I heard. No, so would you guys? I mean, is this something that? Because I think I have a problem with letting go of things, but I can't say that I know how I would deal with a major family member's death. Other than even my grandfather, I still think about it all the fucking time. So it's like
you're tight with their grandpa.
Oh yeah, dude, he was the man.
I think these days we have better technology, so you could get that whole vacuum seal thing where you put the plastic on both sides of the body and you could preserve it better.
You turn on the vacuum and it goes.
Yeah, the vacuum seal. Yeah, and then you can sous vide it later if you.
And then you can see the person like this against the plastic bag, and you're like, he's preserved.
And then when Jesus comes back, everyone's getting out of their coffin and shit, and this motherfucker's like, I can't get out, man. What the fuck? He dies again.
They were wrong.
Kind of died during the coming back.
Everyone was wrong. That's it. There's nowhere else to go.